Appleseed. If anybody recognizes that, you are now the proud winner of the late 90s independent hip hop recognition award. Here you go. And I have some explaining to do for why we're watching this, because it's strange. My reasoning is very strange. Welcome, everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and this is going to be Retro Monday OVAdrive, and we are going to watch the 1988 OVA, Appleseed, based on the Masamune Shirow work. All praise Masamune Shirow, the creator of almost everything that we think of as like future cyberpunk, and also lots of sexy, oily ladies, because he draws a lot of that. Weird. We're going to watch Appleseed, which is a piece of Shirow's work that I have never touched. There are two Appleseed films. There's the 1988 Appleseed OVA, and there's the 2004 Appleseed OVA, which looks like it's entirely made of CG and looks horrifying to me, so I'm just not going to touch it. But I am going to go watch the 1988 because I've got to. Because a whole bunch of different paths have collided to make it that this is the thing that I must watch today. I'm investigating cyberpunk as a genre, as a whole set of genre conventions, and post-apocalypse stuff in general, interesting future tech things, all that, and off into the space fantasy and sci-fi space as well, all of it. I'm trying to figure out what kind of a world like that I want to play in, because I'm going to be running a new D&D style tabletop campaign pretty soon, and I've got some friends who have bought into it and are engaged with the ideas that I've presented. But there are some elements of the aesthetic and the sensibilities of the world and the vibe and the feel of things and the kinds of characters that operate within it and what does it feel like when you just walk down the street that I need clicked into my mind in visual language in like a different form. And the form that I choose is anime, because right? Like, I'm gonna do on my own, I'm gonna go watch Blade Runner again, and I'm gonna watch, like, The Fifth Element, because that fits the sort of space fantasy thing that I want. I'm gonna watch all these other Western films and stuff, but it's anime. It's Neo Tokyo, it's neon, and weird demons in the middle of Demon City, Shinjuku, and Cyber City OEDO 808, and Patlabor, and, man, Ghost in the Shell like fucking crazy. Those are sort of the touchstones that I want to lean into. Especially because, while they'll be familiar to my players, they'll be more familiar to me, and I'll be able to bring this Japanese tilt to this aesthetic right on over and make it really cool. Okay, so over the past couple of weeks, I've been going through and I've been looking at cyberpunk shows, OVAs, pieces of media, and collecting them, downloading them, getting them ready so that I have a bunch of stuff that here on OVAdrive I can turn to and just watch. Why Appleseed today? Well, it's a pretty early Masamune Shirow work, but that isn't why I'm fucking watching Appleseed. Here's why I'm watching fucking Appleseed. My favorite ever, by an incredibly wide margin, by miles and miles and miles, by years and years and years, by decades and decades, millennia and millennia, my favorite hip-hop artist of all time, by far. Favorite rapper, favorite lyricist, favorite writer, period. All time, no sweat, easy peasy. Don't care who your goat is. I don't care about them. It's Aesop Rock. Aesop Rock is the Cadillac of natural disasters, and Aesop Rock is a rapper who I like very much. Aesop Rock's first released album that's still available, there was an album called Music for Earthworms that's not available anymore, and I've never listened to it, and I really wish that I could, but I can't. First released available album is called Appleseed, and the first song off of it is called Appleseed Intro, and it starts Appleseed. Okay. The whole song is about this manga. The manga. Aesop Rock, in fucking 1998, 10 years after this OVA came out, found himself a copy of the Appleseed manga, read it, was deeply inspired by it, and wrote a song about it. Amongst a whole bunch of other songs about all sorts of other things that he's been deeply inspired by for the entire course of his life. But there it is. First album title, Appleseed. So as soon as I came across Appleseed last week or so, when I was looking for cyberpunk OVAs, my mind went, Appleseed! Then something really interesting happened. I've had something on the docket for Retro Monday OVAdrive for months and months and months, and that is because I rolled it. Months and months ago, I tried to revamp OVAdrive, kind of failed. This was when I did Transformers, and I put a bunch of stuff on a list, and I rolled with a bingo thing. I rolled a little ball out, and it was number 72, I think. And number 72 on the thing was Metropolis, a movie called Metropolis from 2001. Interesting. Kind of put that to the side and then never watched it because it's a movie and I'm scared of movies and they're long and I get freaked out. That's what happens. Metropolis would be the perfect thing for me to watch. As I was going through all these cyberpunk things, I kept stumbling upon it, and I finally read the synopsis for it, and I went, oh my god, that would be the perfect thing for me to watch. And it would be what I would be watching today. Except that today is September 1st, and today is Labor Day. Monday, September 1st, Labor Day in the United States. And Labor Days is Aesop Rock's second album title. So now I feel like too many things have fallen in line. And I can't watch Metropolis. I can't do it. I can't go to that city because there's another city that needs my attention. And there is a piece of work called Appleseed that it feels to me, in the strangest, silliest, dumbest way, not that I believe in such things, that the universe is guiding me toward watching this. That's just the vibe I get. I'm not going to shit on what the universe presents to me. I don't believe that the universe is presenting me something, but I'm still not going to shit on it. Also, it seems like a lot of fun, and I'm curious what a 1988 Appleseed OVA looks like, and whether it'll be any good. It ended up becoming a 2004 OVA. I heard of it kind of sparkling out there in the ether, in the same vein as Dominion Tank Police, or maybe even AD Police, but not in the same vein as Ghost in the Shell, you know? Masamune Shirow is so prolific, and his works were adapted in so many different ways, that we've got a pretty wide difference in quality levels between some things and some other things. Like, some of the Pot Labor movies are some of the most entrancing films, cinema-style films, in existence. The first and second Ghost in the Shell movies are some of the most incredible cyber future films ever put to screen. No holds barred. Like, there's some, like, glass animation, weird to say, glass and water animation in those, that's stunning. Some scene setting and some overall filmic stuff that's just, like, mind-bloggling. It bloggles the blains. You can clear that my blains are bloggles. Will this be that? I don't think so. I've seen, like, a couple of frames of it, and it looks kind of old, kind of chilling and old. But I'm here for ideas. I'm here for sense. I'm here for vibes. I'm here to understand. I know that part of our dynamic for this is going to be human and robotic soldier police officer. Cool. Exciting. Really interesting. I don't know if there will be robots in the campaign world that I'm going to start running. I don't know how advanced they'll be. I don't know if they will have been banned. I don't know if artificial intelligence will be allowed. I've got all these questions, and I want, in the strangest way, let me back up. I think there are a couple of modes of really hardcore creation. And one of them is to tone out all the outside input and just focus on what your brain puts forth, right? I do this a lot when I like kind of do the drawings. It's just like, what is my brain going to put forth here? That's one really cool creative energy. And another one is like letting things flow through you. Letting the existing external world of media representations percolate through your brain and seeing what sticks, you know, seeing what like gets left in the filter, and that's the stuff that you want. That's the pieces that you're like looking for. It's like, what pieces get stuck with you? What pieces resonate in an important and an interesting way, and you want to hold on to them. And I think that somewhere in the middle, or jumping back and forth, is the way that really interesting works are created. The ones that have enough relevance and enough cultural touchstones and enough recognizable parts to be easy to access for other people who access them, and enough novelty, enough genuine individual personal creation out of whole cloth, from beyond the veil, through the shattered mirror into the distant unknown, you know, to pull our metaphor from ReZero. When you do that part as well, that adds enough to be really intriguing and add spice to it and be unexpected and cool. So I want to do both. I want to be as fucking grounded as I possibly can be in the rich tradition of cool, interesting, creative people creating worlds that are what they see the future moving toward. That evaluate our present landscape of the world and push that forward into the future. And also separating myself out from it and letting myself think. So now we're back and forth. We're back and forth. We're back and forth. I've been doing a lot of separating myself out and letting myself think. I want to dive in and watch some media and experience some things and figure out what I want to figure out from them. Yeah? Yeah. So we're going to watch Appleseed from 1988. I've gone ahead and downloaded the CBM version because it seems like the best one available to me of Appleseed from Nya. It's in 1080p, and I hope that it's beautiful. I don't know if it'll be beautiful, but I hope. Thank you very much for joining me for another week of Retro Monday OVAdrive. I'm excited to keep this going and keep watching sort of like random interesting things. It's been maybe the inspirational spark that I've needed. It's like, oh yeah, there are cool things out there and I can learn from them and steal and steal. But in truth, I think Cosette is the thing to thank. And Shinbo is the thing to thank because it reminded me how much fun I have with this sort of OVA format. And that piece was so perfectly attuned to being about art and its meaning, its purpose, the reason for it. And more than that, like about fighting for something, about sacrificing yourself for something, and the way that we get obsessed with things like that. And so much of Cosette resonated so strongly with me that it makes my rate of vibration change. It changed me just a little bit, right? But that's the point. These shows change us little by little, and that one certainly did. So I'm really glad to have OVAdrive back and excited to see where it takes us. Let's watch 1988's Appleseed. I don't know if it's going to be any good. It's an old thing. We're going to watch it. I hope it's fun. I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you'll join me on the Patreon, linked in the description, and or the picture-in-picture version, also linked in the description. It'll have the video up there, and there'll be a beep version of with the timer up on the YouTube with a beep timer to count you down. Got a Discord where we talk about stuff. Got a Patreon where you can get stuff early. That's the whole shebang. Let's get into Appleseed. This is the first Appleseed film, OVA. It's an hour and 7 minutes total runtime. Let's give it a shot. Beep timer. Tokushinsha Bandai Movik. Hello, Burb. Tweedle tweet. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. Hi, Flea. Okay, so we've got this old aesthetic. My mind doesn't recognize Studio, but it's very familiar. It's also quite similar to ZZ Gundam. Oh. Cool. Oh, shit! You are not a bird! Oh. It was a dream. But is Flea already gone? Fuck. It's an emotional start. General Management Control Office formed to rebuild and unify the ruined world. Okay. Experimental model city named Olympus. This is exactly what I want! A sanctuary for humanity survivors. Half human, half robot. Bioroids. Ooh, that's fun. All of mankind's utopian dreams. Underestimated absolute freedom, which could be gained at any price. Suddenly 80s. Good. Okay, whoa, Bioroids is cool. Shadow of the Beanstalk with the Genesis system in the Android universe uses the term Bioroids. I've read too many systems recently. But also the idea of a super city that is the safe space. That's like exactly what I'm going to do. Kind of. I want to do a giant pit city that's built around a space elevator. You know. Alright, what these cops are... Okay, we got M66. Oh, there was a Blackmagic M66 reference. Which is another one that we have to watch. Because there's a new version of it that was released recently. The Laserdisc copy. It's on my docket. Ooh. Ooh, that's fun. A Hackinator. All right. It looked like a reporter's office. Oh, that's the guy. Apparently, that's the gal. You're the SWAT team. Oh, is that the robot's voice? Bioroid. What parts of him are human? How does that work? Ah. This detail in the weaponry and machinery is immediately recognizable to me as Shiro. Fuck. Are those implants, I wonder? Alright, we got a hostage situation. We got kids in the building. And we got one Bioroid, who's dope as hell. And is a trusted part of the team. He looks like actually a villain. You want to bet that he'll survive because he went to the toilet? I want to know who he thinks he is, too. The ropes going through the carabiner are really, really tight. Whoa. Hi. Hi. But he got rid of whatever he was hiding. Tick-tock. Wow. Gas? Okay. Just a distraction? Just smoke? Fuck. I don't think I've ever seen corpses fall among hostages. Hmm. Oh shit. What the fuck? Is he gonna make a move? He's making a move. Oh shit. Oh shit. The getaway. Oh no, oh fuck. Wow. Fucked up booby trap. Okay, that sets him up as a character. That was really cool. He's just cutting a swath. And he's out of here. Damn. Our fault, too. Cybernetic limbs. Urgh. Cool. Oh. But he and our blonde were in that picture together. So who was Flea? Oh, fuck. What? Landmates. Olympus Tartarus? The uniting of the world hasn't eliminated spies or cops. Or murder. That's cool. Brio. I like that we use a purely human voice for him. It took me a little while, but now I've acclimated to the style. And I've come to really like it. It's really quite clean for the era. Briarioso. Hmm. I wonder if that's going to be a cover-up type of thing. We're following. Oh, that's so great. That's so funny. That was really good and understated. I really like that joke. What the fuck? The giant pyramidal arcologies? Hello, cutie. Yeah. Whoa. Like solar reflectors? Whoa. Why? Why are they designed like that, I wonder? They're really cool. Cutie indeed. What a fun little sequence. There's politics going here. Was that what she just typed up? It looks like it. The immigration of unstable elements? Ooh. I wonder exactly what she means there. Our squad, our duo. Inspector General, okay. Is that the person who's related to the Special Investigation Squad thing? Oh, and Nikkei. Yeah, again, Hecaton cherries. Cool. So we're all in this like Nikkei. It's all Greek. It's cool. So does he eat and drink? Hmm. Huh. From the bad side? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, interesting. But she's also bringing them sort of experiments, kind of. Oh, fuck. Was that the... Oh, shit. That's just a helmet, though. Damn. They're taking my robots. Take the robots. Cool. Cool. Hi, Hitomi. We still haven't had her, like, talk at all. Mom. Mm-mm. Calon. Oh, I love the little sparkles. Ah. Nah, she's comfy. Not comfy, not comfy. Near Tartarus. Ah, he's already going. My guy hasn't directly expressed a death wish yet. Can we go anyway? Oh, fuck. Oh, those are cool looking. I wonder what they want. These enormous mechanized suits. Super cool. They look great, too. The spread out foot leg things. Those are neat. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, perfect mechanical stuff. It's so indicative of like what matters in the 80s. The lights moving across. Wow. Think you're gonna get away? Hell no. Oh, shit. I wonder if that robot is our main man. Oh, shit, it's the guy. It's Calon, isn't it? Nope. Well. Because one of them is a traitor, right? Am I wrong? So Callan went and he got his mech? And then he showed up and saved him in the last moment? That's what it looks like to me. I liked that. That was cool. Fully dark room, little bit of lights going on in it. What are you doing? He told me. Olympus television station. Oh. 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 Whoa. The blind ambition. We demonstrate the power of these machines. But this looks like it's destroying wasteland stuff. Yeah, is there anything spicy in there? He might be a true believer. Oh, fuck, it flies? Yeah, that is scary. That is scary. Okay, so we've got this terrorist organization who's trying to keep humans in power and believes that the current mechanization of the police force is a push by the bioroids themselves to take over. And at the same time, we've got this, like, external immigration is bad thing. Whoa. Pago Banco. Okay, so we can still make new baby bioroids. That's cool. We're casually in the background demonstrating how powerful this machine is. Obviously, if these machines fell into the hands of people who want to kill everybody, that would be bad. But what an impressive feat, yeah? It's an escalation. Team! What teamwork? Such team! That's cool. but in future, computer controlled. It's a lot like Ghost in the Shell. Gaia. The idea of a city-spanning supercomputer is really good. Okay. So he's got to be in this because of the girl, right? Because of Flea? So what does Hitomi have to do with that? I wonder. Olympus Police Department. OPD. Yeah, where is everybody? Oh, maybe we've been approved. Chief Bronx. I bet it's the guy. Or something like it. Fuck, what was that message? Memorial? Oh, for the ones we lost? It's amazing how much nature there is in the city. It's not what I expected. And also how claustrophobic the city feels. I guess we haven't spent any time in those big the big pyramids. Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Mausolos. It's cool naming schemes. She also came from the other side. It's interesting that so many of the cops have come from outside. Hmm. But so no spice. Ah. And then it started to. So that's why he believes. Whoa, really? That high? So, do all bioroids look like him, or do some of them look like people? 80% of the city? %80? Like, the kids? How do you tell what's the difference? Everybody's fine and happy, but nobody's real. But she's got a Bioroid or maybe more friend, you know? Oh, shit. Making a more sinister mech. It's pretty sinister looking. Lighter? More maneuverable? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so he's modding his police mech. Money talks, or doesn't. Hmm. Okay, I have no idea what any of that means, but I guess she's got a robot. Huh? Sure, yeah. Enemy. Oh my gosh, that was really cute. We have to sexualize our female characters. We have to, right? Oh, we skipped it! Holy fuck! What? I love the tilt. Oh, got a big old Greek temple. Is this a place of politics? It must be. Fascinating that the city really has taken on these, like, Greco-Roman ideas. Odd to have a giant statue of yourself. The lights. Oh, she's a hologram. Interesting. Keep it quiet, but go at. Wow, what a bite. Huh. Us humans? The hard cut to music is so funny. It's so fucking 80s. I can't think of anything quite as 80s as hard cut to music. All these little things like stumbling with the... Hello. Hey. It's hard when you're both undercover. They're working their asses off, man. My hero. We've been waiting for that message for a while. I assume it's the same one. Greek architecture again. Oh, wow. Oh. Wow, he's got all these, like, weaponized adaptations. Ugh. Oh, the bird. Who is this watching them? My guy. My guy with the secret room. Tell me he's a police informant or something. Whoa. Cell? Perfect cell? Fuck, he's gonna get killed. Yeah, he knew. He knew. Shit. He's gonna shoot himself? Oh, fuck. Didn't even get the chance. Son of a bitch. Damn, so that was the information on the memory, which would have revealed that it's Calon and him. Fuck. Bye-bye, birdie. Coffee house. Memory. Fuck. Damn. Damn. We really could have gotten... Damn. Shit, so we'll go and we'll find his body. Is the one that's cut off gonna be here? So we know that there's a mole. Okay, that's good. Fuck. But we don't have the info. Fuck. That's so good. An informant who dies mid-thing, I'm stealing that. Hi, you dummy. Oh, it was a girl. Check the lock on my door? What does that mean? Oh man, you're gonna get ambushed by a weird machine guy, man, cyborg. I guess not. I don't know what that scene was for. Oh, it's for this? What's he looking for? I'm just not sure whose face that is. He told me he's a bioroid. Okay. Gus. Gus. Gus grenade. Oh, fuck. We're clonked and zonked. Who did it? Is it Callan? Who clonked us and zonked us? Oh, he's not out. Oh, shit. We were prepped for it? How? How? That's so cool. They're here to steal Hitomi. Why? But who is it? Fuck! That was cool! Do not kill my boy! Do not kill my boy. Thank you. But who is it? That's not Sebastian. Is this the ESWAT doing this? Oh, fuck. Callan? Oh, shit, and he's running. Okay. Why are they attacking him? I'm confused by which parties are in play right now. That's okay. Oh, fuck. I love those lights. Did you see those? Those were so cool. Alright, bro, why? Why, though? But why, though? Oh, fuck. We're stealing a mecha? Fuck. What's the goal here, guys? Is it just to make these mechas look terrifying? What? What? Why is it set up like that? Who set that up? That seems like a bad thing to set up. Oh, fuck. How did you know? Oh, cool. He escaped under your watch. Yeah. Fuck. You come from out there. But the same can be said for all the rest of them, too. Yeah, how'd you show up? How'd you know? This tracks. That's really cool. Okay. Oh. It's a bioroid. Whoa! I didn't realize she was a bioroid. That's fucking cool. I'm thinking this bioroid thing has to be a part of my world. These, like, semi-programmed people. Give us a shot. Let us fix this. Whoa. Yeah. There's down a whole lot. Suit up montage? Weaponry montage? I don't know. Let's find out. What are we doing here? I wonder if they're working with Sebastian. It's unclear which party they're with, you know? We're doing these all around something. Bioroid. Oh, okay, this is the lock. This is the keyhole. Okay. So, all our guards on it, including our guys. Okay. They kind of look like monkeys with the big mouth thing. Cool. That was a cool cut and transition. I'm really enjoying the flow of this. And, like, just the way it's put together as a piece of film. Okay, we touch back on the emotions before we get into it. I wonder why they care. What? To get his memories? Was there something really important about her? But why? To figure out why she killed herself? Hello there. As a fellow human, Onaji Ningen. Hello? What? I don't know about that. He's got the robot in the back. Yell! Yell! Scream! I knew somebody was going to be able to hear that shit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Hecaton Cherries. Shmata. Come on, baby. Let's get it on. Let's get going. Ha! Tiniest Jeep. Absolutely jammed into the ground. Oh, I love cloth. Hi. Hi. Bye. Just question marks, man. I don't see how they can affect their plan at this point. Well, I guess all the incoming helicopters, right? He's gonna be in the robot. Yeah. Fuck. Lighter than he could than all the rest. It's almost heroic music. He doesn't think he's a traitor. Sliding into first base. It's just us. Oh, nice. It has to change. Oh. So they get the tank, but the humans who've been brought in, the humans who've been brought into this bioroided place are the guinea pigs. We put this child in position to choose. But once she's in, does she choose? Or is she just a key without any agency? Fuck, it just fully shuts the city down? Are y'all sure about this? And we're back. Oh, we're not. He's back. Oh, boy. So now he just gets to terrorize the city with his giant tank? I feel like that's an oversight. I feel like, Calon, that might not be what you want, man, right? That's so cool. Oh. I mean, that's awesome. There's a giant, insane tank that can't be stopped everywhere, and the city's dead. But, what the fuck is the play here? What's the goal? Destroy shit, be fucking badass, be evil? Yeah, alright. It's kind of kaiju movie-esque? I'm trying to figure out where we're at. Like, I just don't understand where we are now. Oh. What's up? And that's our job. What's up? I do love them. I do love the vibe. Absolutely immaculate vibes. Sick. He didn't kill any of them. Mm-hmm. It's watching. Gaia is aware of your presence. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. He's bleeding blood. Watch where you're driving. Go! We better. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. Bam. Let's go, Bria. Rios. Wow, we made it. Let's fucking go. SWAT's so cool. God, I love police. Oh, buddy. Please be safe. Oh, shit. He got shot in the stomach as well. Damn, what a guy. What a guy. Yeah. It's almost out. I think we lose a lot of tension by entering into this sequence. Blam. But I trust you. Fuck. That's so fucking baller. That's so fucking baller. I believe in your left more than my right. Fuck. Stabilizing on the shoulder, too. Come on. You got it, baby. I wish that those had been set up earlier, because that would be so cool. It's still a cool scene. We just didn't have the time to, like, set that up earlier. Blam. Guy is back online. Get wrecked, buddy. Easy sleazy. No stealing the giant tank for you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Well, I was thinking we might have to 1v1 him. I guess we don't. That's good. Somehow breaking a circuit brings Gaia back. I don't, what the fuck? What the fuck? The science makes no sense. The storytelling, 100% sense. Love it. That's cool. Is that Arfine? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, but I still wonder. She did go in there to shut it down. Now, there are so many pieces that are like the most interesting pieces that we kind of gloss over. You know what I mean? That's the biggest feeling that I get. It's the first time that two people who know each other have run into each other in the city that we've seen. You notice that? Because, like, otherwise the city feels so big that... What the fuck? That's the best piece of music in the show so far. Dynax? Boom. Well, that was a blast. I think that was really fun. There are lots of things that I'm sort of question marky about, and I wonder if they're better fleshed out in the manga, in the original piece for this. But there's so much here that's like a deep wealth of information and ideas and stuff really well fleshed out that I'm super happy with it. I'm super happy with it. That was really fun. That's one of the things about these like 80s OVAs is a lot of the times there are things that are just big old holes right in the middle of everything, or question marks that just never get answered, or threads that never get tied, and we just gotta like resign ourselves to that being the situation. It's like, that's fine. That's fine. Imagine watching these in the 80s and like all you get is the one VHS tape that you went and, got off of some guy, and that's all you've got, right? So maybe it does exist as part of a bigger series and there are answers out there in the wide world, but that's not for us to care about or know. It's for our minds to like invent, to like add on to, and to steep in and involve ourselves in the world of the series, and let our minds come to answers for these questions that we might have about like the nature of the city and the nature of bioroids and what's going on with the cops and stuff. I think there's so much unspoken and unsaid here that's just smoothly presented to us over the course of the show. Like the way that cyberware in body seems to work, the differences between bioroids and humans, and the question of like, well, then what is Hecaton Cherries? Like, is he a bioroid? And I'm not sure, to the point that I actually want to look that one up. So let me go ahead and look up Mr. Hecaton Cherries and see what his deal is. Human cyborg. Trained ESWAT operative. Hecaton Cherries are the 100-armed giants of ancient Greek mythology, and Briareus is a name of one of them. He's 42 years old during Ex Machina. Only a quarter of his biological body is intact. Wow. I don't care about all the rest of it, so that's fine. Okay, so he's a cyborg. That's really interesting. So bioroids are full people. They look exactly like people, and you'd have no idea. Super interesting. I think our overall like cinema flow borrows so heavily from big action movies, and I love it. It's got this like, man, we're just gonna go to the next scene kind of feel that ignores continuity kind of, and it's for the better. It's so strange to me that this is the case sometimes, but it's sometimes the case that trying to glue all your scenes together and glue everything together so it makes perfect sense doesn't, and just feels overloaded and kind of bloated. In fact, I'd say that there's a portion at the end of the movie when the Inspector General and Doonan are like running around through stuff. After the scene, the hallway scene with Briareus like shooting down the laser grid things is really cool because that's a cool action sequence. But then they end up in an office just looking at office papers for like a couple minutes, and it's boring as shit and totally didn't need to be there. Straight up, that scene could be not there, and they could just run into the other room where the cool music starts and the shot needs to happen. We just jump right from one to the other. And that's what I mean. Like, I think the film would have benefited from having that section of continuity removed. And there are a bunch of places in the film where continuity seems to be removed, and it works great. We're just jumping from action scene to action scene, and we don't care because we're here seeing the things that we actually do care about. I really like it. There are some really lovely moments of glass, some beautiful explosions, some great line art, just straight up simple art. The wealth of quality is put on the machinery more than anything. Our faces are in that like very simplistic, very flat sort of character design style, with a couple of exceptions, just barely, but not highly expressive. It's our spaces, our locations, our cityscapes, and our action sequences that have this effort placed in them. And things, objects, watches, shells, bullet casings, machinery, objects, like things are what we put our effort and our emphasis on. It gives this sense that these people are a temporary part of a permanent city. Something like that. Like, these spaces are so much bigger than us. But then on the flip side, there's this element of the world that's very different from what I imagine futuristic dystopic cities, which is that there's sky everywhere. There's blue sky all over the place. And it's something that I really need to think about for myself, is like, do I want my cityscape to have sky? Because it feels very natural and open and feels good and less oppressive and less claustrophobic having sky. So it's interesting that Olympus is this open space that's so sky-focused. We get these views of it that are tangled skyscrapers and these giant giant arcology things, whatever they are, and all this stuff, but we never sort of see on ground level what it feels like to be trapped in cityscape, right? Because if you go down the street in New York City where there are skyscrapers everywhere, it's dark. It's darker than it would be otherwise. It's like, it's not in a place with sky everywhere. It's not open and free. But surprisingly, the city feels fairly open and free to us. It's interesting. I think the setup for what Hitomi is and how she works is really cool because it starts immediately raising question marks for me as soon as she's introduced. It's like, who the fuck is this character and why does she matter? I think that ends up being really cool, and it's one of the things that I wish desperately was more fleshed out. Why is the code for turning Gaia off encoded into this one Bioroid who's really important? And if she's so important, why is she out there being the, like, civil servant who she's like a caseworker. She's like an immigration social worker caseworker who brings immigrants in from the Badlands in here and uses most of them become cops, it seems, which is super interesting. And then the implication, the thing that I'm getting is that those people brought in from the Badlands to the city are the guinea pigs. We're trying to figure out how to make a city work, and most of the city is run via Bioroids who are just part of the city, right? Can be rebuilt, whatever. But we're trying to make it work for humans. We're trying to make this cityscape possible for humans without necessarily telling them that that's what we're doing. So they're the guinea pigs. And so Flea at the beginning is right that this is a zoo because it hasn't been figured out yet. We're in process, right? So these Bioroids, as part of the city, are trying to make humanity survive, right? And to create a place where humanity can survive, a safe city. And they're bringing in people from the exterior in here. And it works sometimes. We get that moment from Dunan who's like, why would they want to do that? The city's so great. It's worked for Dunan. Dunan's seen the glory of the city, right? Like, has converted, but not everyone has. In fact, many have not. Encouraging the immigration of So who's they? Unknown. Where's their concern for the peace that we've finally achieved? Unknown. And we see there's war going, too. There's death and destruction. Speaking of which, I love the reflections in the windows. Sometimes they're really great. Can we use them as our pawns? Okay. Hitomi's as human as can be, and I think that's really interesting. Like, is one of the characters that we humanize most, except for, Kalon, maybe, who has these deep emotions and these terrible dreams and stuff. But Hitomi's just a cute girl. She gets drunk. She hits on people. Like, she's just a kid. Just a person. I do think the nighttime aesthetics are super cool. Fires in the streets, and all the shadows across these robots end up looking really, really deep and stark and interesting. Our battle sequences end up being awesome, and smoke, fire, conflagrations, and explosions throughout are really good looking. In a way that reminds me of how good they look in Gundam sometimes. Click, click, click. Click, 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 click. Okay, so the statement he gives. We, the Free Human Liberation Alliance, run, interestingly, by a heavy cyborg, right? Or headed by one. Really interesting, right? So that adds a layer is like, what's more human? A fully biologically human person who's been genetically engineered, or a person who's only 25% their human selves and is mostly chrome? For the people of the Free Human Liberation Front, the chrome person, right? Because they were born human. That's really interesting. And I think it's like, it's right close to the seed of a fascinating world that I might want to run, that I might want to embed my players into, and for that purpose that I was talking about at the very beginning, include. One of the settings that I've been reading through uses Bioroids, uses literally the word Bioroid as an idea. I think it's really interesting. In that world, though, Bioroids are more android-y, and then there are also clones. there are like two major mega corporations that are competing. One of them is creating these like semi-mechanical, semi-biological bioroids, and then one of them is creating legitimate human clones that can be genetically altered and stuff. Fascinating. I don't know what I'm going to take from this, but something of it I will. This is a warning. The bioroids were created to serve as tools, but they took over the world and now act as our masters. It cannot be forgiven. So now they're going to install robot police and multi-legged tanks, all in the name of public safety. But that proves their blind ambition to dominate the Earth. It seems that, from what we've seen, that that's not true. But it's unclear. It might be true enough. But it's exactly the kind of reactionary, protective, like species-focused, speciesism, kind of. They're trying to destroy us. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to take over, so we have to do it first. It's like, that's neat. It's neat. It gives grand justifications for our villains, because they might be right. All in the name of justice. And we turn over and we've got this super war machine. Restore power to humans. Stop the new police. Freedom for humans. And it seems like maybe there's a point here. There's this giant fucking war machine that they're setting up. It's bad. It's all super controlled by computer systems and stuff. What if it goes wrong? But we never go there. We're never like, what if this is just a vulnerability in the system or something like that? No, it's like, bioroids taking over power, even to improve lives for humans, is bad. It is bad inherently because it takes away our agency. And that's it. That's it right there, is this question of agency. They're taking over. We should be allowed to choose. And yet we have this utopian city that seems genuinely great in almost every way. So then there's a question. What do we lose? If this is real, and we really have allowed bioroids, biologically like altered humans, who are provably better at making decisions, perhaps, than normal humans are, and those bioroids create a utopian, essentially peace-free society. Do we lose something because our agency has been taken away? Because we're living in like a planned civilization or something? Because it wasn't us who planned it? That's a real good question. It's one that we could ask in a different frame in the near future, is like, do we lose something if we let an artificial intelligence govern our population? Do we lose human agency? Because right now we let humans govern our human population, right? And they do a pretty bad job of it. I think we'd all agree. We're pretty shit at it. Like absolute garbage. Like the worst ever. Like all of the strife and death and suffering in the world seems to come from humans ruling other humans. It's pretty bad. So do we stand on the hard line of like agency above all, human self-determination above all? What if non-human self-determination, like robot determination, would be better? Like, what if we could have an actual capable, like, morally capable agent that was just straight up smarter than any of us to make those decisions for us? Not individual decisions, like, where are you going to go to school, or what are you going to study, what are you going to do with your time, but, like, big decisions, like, how should roads be built? What shape should skyscrapers be? And, like, you know, shit like that. How many people should live in every square mile? How many parks should be in every square mile to fit those people? How many schools should be in every square mile to fit those people to fit those parks? That shit's, like, hard. We could probably, like, have much better planned cities if we left them to something else. But there's an element of the human population that would rebel against that. 100% would be like, fuck that, that's evil. Even if the robots are making the right decisions, it's because they're not humans making those decisions. It's not possible. It's not good. And I wonder at that. It's even a compelling idea, right? You spin it right. It's like those fucking other things are taking over our choices. avoid another age of wars. That's a pretty cool moment as well. In light of recent protests, some increase in public safety measures may be necessary to avoid another age of wars. So we've come out of an age of wars, and we don't want to go back in. That's important because it colors everyone's decisions. And we will strike! I love the way that the screens look. I just have to mention this. I think screens throughout the episode are awesome looking. %80 of them are bioroids. And how do you know? You can't. You can't know which is which. And we don't even answer deeply, like, what the question of, like, what's the difference? Does it matter? Like, if you're talking to a person, you meet a cute girl at the bar, do you not hang out with her because she's a bioroid? Is she able, like, do they have normal human lifespans? Are they able to reproduce? We don't know. We don't have any fucking clue. God, cool robot stuff. And we don't sexualize the character. This is so interesting. This is so interesting because I know in Shiro's work, I know Shiro's work is highly sexual. Like, he's drawn a lot of porn too, like straight up pornography. Highly sexual work. I'm genuinely shocked by our not sexualizing Dunan here. She fits this, like, Ripley in Alien kind of, like, masculine 80s action hero female character who, like, lifts weights and stuff and is cool and is a cop and all this stuff. And I'm so shocked that we don't sexualize her here. I'm very pleased by it, but absolutely flabbergasted. Like, right here, we zoom in, and it's like, man, we're going to cut to behind that shower curtain, and we don't. That's crazy in the 80s. That's crazy. The architecture is so cool. This is the feel of the space that I think is really my favorite part. Or I think my favorite part of the thing is the feel of the city. I believe in this city immediately. Immediately. I don't know where in the world it is. Don't care. But I believe in this, like, neo-Grecian aesthetic that we've taken on as we emerge from a war-torn past into a future. We stylize that future after a cyclic past. That's like, this is what we hold on high as being sacred, as being something worth, like, modeling our buildings and our cityscape against, is this, like, this other thing. We name our city Olympus, and we name everything. And obviously, those are ideas that have come from Shiro's mind. He wanted to name his city Olympus, and he wanted things to be Grecian looking, and he decided these things when he drew them for the first time. But they feel right. They feel right. They feel emergent. They feel organic. They feel like, wow, that is the kind of thing that a future human civilization would do, is look to our past, a hilariously distant past, and pull from there to be like, this is the new future of humanity, is like white marble and big columns and frescoes and things, and like, that's what's going to make us feel human and powerful and stable. We do it in modernity. Like, when we built the White House, it was built with those principles for reasons. When you look at any of the, like, state legislatures in the United States, they're all Grecian or Roman structurally, or have elements that nod in that direction, because that's where our idea of monuments comes from. That's where our idea of, like, this is what architecture looks like. This is what civic buildings look like. I think it's cool. Why is she a hologram here? Too cool to meet with us in person? That's what they say, but I don't know. I just gotta stop and I just gotta... It's a great looking burger. That's all. I love our little montage. I think our little montage is really cool. Cyborg parts, super cool. Ugh. Murder Most Foul, super duper cool. And then everything kicks into gear as Hitomi gets stolen and we jump into action across multiple fields, multiple places. Oh, fuck. And these lights. Look at those. Look at those. So cool. So we fight for the right to fight for our city, and we're given exactly that. We eliminate all the possible keyhole locations and force them to attack one of them, funnel them down so that we can actually have a finale. And Callan remembers this group coming and watching his memories. And we serve them up as like faceless, eyeless, uncaring. So I'm guessing that this really happened to Callan after she died. And I'm thinking that this is the city and Bioroid's in the city trying to evaluate what happened to Flea to figure out why this person like bounced off of their attempts to make the city a welcoming place, right? Literally a guinea pig, but we're evaluating after the fact. We're like figuring out what the data says to look through your memories. But this is a gross, like, it's an incursion on his privacy, and it's horrid. It's horrid. And yet, for the purposes of the city, to prevent more suicides, it makes perfect sense. I think it's fascinating that we start with suicide in a highly technologically advanced civilization, because it's one of the core problems that Japan faces. I think it's amazing that the seeds of this were so clearly seen 40 years ago, right? That in a future where everything is taken care of, where there's no hardship, but also no control, no struggle, no agency, a zoo, that people would find themselves empty, a bird in a cage who would die in order to be free. It's fascinating and resonant and relevant. It's really cool. Oh man, the little noise that she makes that sets this all into motion is really cool. It makes me really believe that Hecaton Cherries is like the only person who could have seen it. They could have gotten this to go. Bam! And we're running, and it's a desperate rush. A desperate rush to save us all, right? Like, he really believes in what he's doing so much. The poor guy. And poor Hitomi not knowing what she's doing. So we get a fucking enormous kaiju floating through the city, ready to destroy stuff, but also just sort of floating away. Giant super weapon that's going to be somebody else's. Can't allow that. And so on the inside, we've got our little squad doing little squad things, and sort of peeling them away one by one in a like, no, you go on without me, go on without me. Ends up being really fucking cool. He says the "we'll go shopping" line, which does a really good job of like implying that he's going to die, even though we're pretty sure that he's not going to. I'm going to sprint down the hallway with the things going blast, blast. I'm stealing that, by the way. This is an encounter that I'm stealing straight up. Super cool. And then looking through a bunch of documents, not cool. And then shooting a thing with your left hand because your right hand is injured, and trust, and it's not just trust with the Inspector General, but trust with your boy inside the brain mind, and it's like his things that he said before are what lets her get it. She makes the shot. We get to see this like precise engraving on that Colt Commando. Yeah. And the plan is foiled. The world returns to the way that it was. And little has changed. Where strange animals are trapped inside the cages they've built for themselves. A zoo. A place that's maybe not for humans, but it is the future that we have. And across the street, a bioroid and a natural human see each other and smile. And that's where we end. We just leave it there. We don't need to say anything fucking specific about it or anything like that. We just recognize someone in the city. To me, that's like, oh, there's community here. there's something more than chrome and steel and glass. And even across these lines that are drawn between humans and bioroids by the Freedom Liberation Front bullshit guys, it doesn't seem to matter. What seems to matter is moving forward, recognizing each other, seeing each other as human and treating each other as such, and living on in this city that we have. None of us individually is really capable of changing it dramatically. And we should probably beware of those people who, based on some ideology, seek to shut it all down. You know? Because here we have this demonstrably utopian near paradise. And it is, throughout this episode, it is the actions of the terrorists that bring terror here. Yes, there are flaws with this system. Yes, there's alienation amongst humans, and new questions about what it means to be. But do those justify destroying it all? Tearing apart everything that we've built? Seems like cutting off your nose to spite your face, you know? To refuse this city because it takes away human agency ignores the alternative. Ignores that community and civilization, society itself, is what we live in and what keeps us going. That when you shut that down, the water fountains shut down and the kids don't have water to drink. It's interesting. It's very pro-police. It's very pro-government. It's very pro-society and pro-civilization. That's really interesting. It manages to question those things and then firmly state at the end that they are good. Police, good. Civilization, good. Government, good. Biological progress, also good. Gonna bring up interesting questions, but good. I don't know if I agree with all of the tenets of the show, but I do like the way that it's made me think, and I like what it looks like. I like how it looks and feels. There's an element of this city. There are a number of elements of this city that I want to steal. So let me run through those. The idea of a city-wide computer named after an ancient god. Yeah, I want that. The idea of like an immigrant caseworker who's really pretty, who brings people from outside cityscape into cityscape and then tries to get them settled, is really, really interesting to me, and I want that to be a character in my world who like introduces other characters. So I think that would be cool. The idea of a reduction overall in hardship, but a simultaneous reduction in agency, which leads to like internal problems for humans, as opposed to these external obvious problems like war, famine, gang violence, destruction, drugs, right? But what about the internal problems? Like you clean all those up and people are in a malaise because they don't know what to do. Important. And the idea of a humanist rebellion with sort of like themes that resonate with present day nationalist and racist groups. Yeah, supremacist style groups, human supremacist. A humanist rebellion that views the rise of androids and robots and cyborgs and stuff as in direct opposition to their thing. Preferably such a humanist rebellion with a cyborg leading it, because that's fucking funny and like weird and hypocritical and interesting. These are, and the idea that bioroids are taking over, whether they really are or not, and whether that's good or not. These are elements that I think are really cool and really deeply thought through here that I want to reach out and steal and put into my own media. Then I think that they'll serve as part of a baseline for developing a really interesting world to exist and play around and experiment with. A world where I can project my expectations for humanity in the future and play with them and experiment in a way that maybe puts my internal fears at ease and allows me to be hopeful. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. in reality, I'm just glad that this was a cool episode to watch on a Retro Monday OVAdrive, and I'm excited to watch something else next time. Maybe next time I'll actually get the stones together watch, to watch the Metropolis movie. I don't know. Maybe it'll be Black Magic M66 because it was referenced in this one, and we'll keep on a Shiro trick. I don't really know, but I do want to say thank you for joining me for this week's OVAdrive. I hope that you enjoyed it, and Appleseed. Go listen to the A$AP Rock album if you have the desire to. I don't know if it'll be for everyone, but it is for me. It definitely is. Cool thing, blast from the past. Interesting. Thanks for watching it with me. I'll see you next week for something else from the past. Much love. Peace.